What's up? Curly here, and I am officially in the Africa Trail. So that's what it looks like. That's the line we were waiting in for. And yeah, this is gonna take us all around the park, and we're gonna see like elephants, giraffes, and some of the bigger animals that they can't keep in the the main part of the zoo. Also, just to let you guys know, this safari park is different from the zoo because they use it as a breeding area for the animals. Yo, thank you for the follow, Atlas. I think it was Atlas. The name popped up and then it disappeared. My phone's at 7%. Hopefully I can stay on. I am charging it currently. Stop fixing your hair, you look fine. Thanks, Darkstone. Yo, Web, Pancake, Darkstone. Y'all, thank you for joining the stream again. Alright, we're about to take off. We're going.
Now, first things first, go ahead and get those doors on either side of you a gentle jiggle for me, please. Want to make sure those doors are locked, but they're not locked. So please do not sit or lean against them since they are not going to be able to support the extra weight.
Streaming probably drains faster than the charge, but good luck.
Remain seated, and please keep your arms, legs, and any loose items inside the vehicle at all times. But at any point during the tour, if at any time during the tour there is a medical emergency, you can press and hold that yellow strip above your heads to call me up here in the front of the vehicle. Except for those of you in the very front with me, I'll just get my attention through my back window. And lastly, while we're out here, we do want to make sure we do keep our voices down, as well as other noises. Not just in consideration for those around you, but also to make sure we don't potentially startle any of our incredible animals, so we can try to get the best views possible.
Would I have signal if I ride the balloon? I'm down.
Speaking of incredible views and incredible wildlife, we're certainly going to be watching for a bunch of both while we're out here. And when it comes to the animals, we've definitely got a lot of amazing ones to talk about and visit out here. All going to have their own special trick skills and adaptations for their
giraffes,
including those giraffes, rhinos, antelope, buffalo, zebra, and so many others who are all going to live out there together. Now, we do actually have a lot of those animals I just listed living in the big field on the left over here, but they're all a little behind us right now. But don't worry, we're going to get the better views of the animals in this area when we come back this way a little later in our tour. We've got a lot of ground to cover out here and a lot to see, including more giraffes and others ahead of us. So we'll keep moving for now, and we'll be back this way again in just a while. But I do actually have a nice big group to start with. It's going to be coming up over here on the right-hand side with a bunch of our greater flamingo. Now, these flamingo might not be
ain't nobody looking at flamingos.
But it's okay. They're actually supposed to be that color. That lighter color is going to be on most African flamingo, helping keep them cool out on those very hot African days. They're going to spend a lot of their time wading through that shallow, muddy water, using their shovel-like beaks to go sifting through it as they look for some of their favorite foods. Now, as we continue up the hill here, we're going to be heading out to our other big savanna
Steal
habitat.
a flamingo.
And the savanna, one of the main areas we are focusing our conservation efforts around the world. Here at the San Diego
What do you
Zoo
guys think
Wildlife
of the
Alliance,
tram?
we have what we call our 8 hubs, which are areas that we are focused on to make sure that the key plants and animals that live out there are able to thrive alongside the humans that also live in those areas.
Makes sense.
And of course, the African savanna is one of those 8 hubs. And the rhinos are one of the animals we are really focused on protecting out there. In fact, we've actually got 2 more southern white rhinos who are just ahead of us on the right there.
Oh.
And of course, these rhinos are going to be really important animals to us for a lot of different reasons. Not just because they are absolutely incredible animals, but also because they're unfortunately a very threatened animal as well, especially since they are very heavily hunted, partially due to a belief that their horns have a medicinal value. which is completely untrue. An easy way to prove that is actually just to rub your fingernails. That's actually the same thing that those horns are made from, a protein called keratin, which is also the same thing that makes up all the hair in our bodies, and even feathers. But as long as that belief continues,
I wish I could zoom in.
rhinos are probably still going to be hunted. So we're trying to do our part to spread the word. Hopefully you can help us do the same, so that hopefully someday we can get rid of that rumor, do our part to protect and respect those incredible rhinos. Now, we'll definitely be watching for more of them as we go.
Maybe
here,
they just
but
think rhino
we've got a
horns
lot
are
of
like,
others
I
to
don't know,
visit out
like
here too,
symbolic
as we head
of
around
strength
our
or something.
South African habitat. Now, when it comes to the animals that do live out here on the savannah, they're definitely going to be used to the wide open grasslands out there, and also used to not really having anywhere to hide. So, one of the things that most of the animals out here have in common is that they're usually going to stick together in very big groups when possible, since those groups will give them better safety in numbers and more sets of eyes to watch for any predators.
Yeah, superstition.
Of course, here at the safari
Exactly.
park, none of these animals have to worry about predators. It's just kind of hard trying to explain that to
Is
an
it
antelope
good
for
if
some
an animal
reason.
worries about predators a little bit?
I
Like
imagine
keep them on
why.
their toes? The horns are
Now,
ivory?
speaking of
He said it was
antelope, we are
keratin.
going to see a lot of them out here. That's because there are a lot of them in Africa. In fact, there are actually
Ooh,
over
go
70
Africa.
different kinds of African antelope, and all of them are going to be built a little bit different, with their own special style for survival that we'll mention as we bump into them. We got some very good examples that'll be coming up ahead of us here in just a moment. But we're also going to pass by a couple more of our feathered friends in our
It
bird
smells like
marsh,
poop.
including some African pelicans, storks,
It smells
cranes,
like
geese, swans, and
a
vultures.
farm.
Now, all of these birds are going to be really important parts of life out there as well, but especially the vultures, since they're going to be the main cleanup crew out on the savannah, picking up the messes that predators leave behind. And they're also going to be the best way to keep disease from spreading out there too. So it's going to be a very messy and a very thankless job for them, but one
Yeah,
that is
they're huge.
absolutely essential to make sure
Whoa.
everybody
The
else out there
cleanup
can stay as
crew.
healthy as possible. That, of course, is going to include everybody else out here as well, even the ones that don't belong on the savannah. Because as I roll just a bit further ahead, also
Oh,
on the
thank you,
right-hand
Art.
side, we have some addax who are normally going to be living in the hottest parts of Africa, like right in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Now, they're also going to be using a bright color to try to stay as cool as possible out there. And they can actually live without water, except for what they'd be getting from the plants they'd be eating. But unfortunately, they are another one of the endangered species living out here as well. So we're going to be working hard trying to help increase their numbers.
They're so
Trying to get
majestic.
them back out into those deserts where they belong. But while we're here, of course, I also want to call out those very big antelope that are hanging out down by the water on the left there too, with the largest of our antelope, the Patterson's eland.
No way, those things fly?
Zealand actually get up to about 2,000 pounds at their full size. So they're definitely another one that's not going to be messed with much, except for maybe by the lions. Just a little ahead of them, by the ring of rocks over there, you might also see some Ellipsan waterbuck, the brown fuzzy ones who are kind of hiding in the shade over there, who are definitely going to spend most of their time close to the water, considering they're also incredible swimmers. So, if they end up getting into any trouble, they're going to go running straight for the water to outswim anything that might be after them.
A
A lot of the
giraffe.
others in the corner over there are definitely a bit too far away for us to see right now, but we'll try to get a closer look at some of them when we circle around to the other side in a bit. But of course, I do have one other very big group ahead of us that we definitely have to talk about too, with our tower giraffe.
Tower.
Because, yes, tower
Wow.
is actually what you call a group of giraffe.
Oh, wow.
Now, with the giraffe being the tallest, they're definitely going to get a lot of special privileges that come with that incredible height. of
First to
theirs,
get the food.
including being a little bit too big for predators to mess with as well.
Darkstone, which
Giving
lions are
them
you
the
hanging out
crazy
with?
reach they have to get way up into the trees to grab the branches and leaves that only they're going to be able to get to. And it also helps make them the natural lookouts on the savannah too. That's because I actually have an incredible set of eyes to go with that height, letting them spot movement and predators up to almost 2 miles away out there. So a lot of the others are going to keep a very close eye on those giraffe, and if any of them see something and start running, just about everybody else out there is
Hi,
probably gonna
Gary.
run too.
Yes, I'm in Lion King land.
And that is definitely
You're
gonna
so
include
funny.
the
I'm at the
next group
safari
just
park.
ahead of us here. With
Giraffes would
the
beat the
smallest
out of
animal in this
Darkstone.
field,
He can't chill
the
with
cute
them.
little South African springbok. We're gonna be
And
just
before
a
he
little
says,
up
oh
the
yeah,
hill
we
from
chill
us
with
on the
giraffes
left there.
too. Why does that tree got chainmail on it?
Now, of course, when it comes to a smaller animal like them, size and a couple of the other tricks used out here are really not going to work. What they have is speed.
Speed.
In fact, they're in the top 5 fastest land animals in the world.
Oh, those thingies up there.
They do pretty frequently come up against the fastest, the cheetah. So they're going to try to do everything they can to outrace and outlast them, which they do actually have a pretty good chance of doing, as long as they're not caught by surprise. Now, even though they are the smallest
I'll
animal
visit
in the
South
state of this
Africa
area,
someday. This is
it
the
might actually be a bit
Africa
bigger than you
tram.
think, since they're actually about the size of a medium to large dog.
I want to see
Which
one race.
really puts in context just how huge everything else out here really is by comparison. And hopefully, we'll still have a couple good examples to really compare to as we keep rolling a bit further ahead of us here. Now, I know most of the others in this field are going to be a bit behind us. We'll see them as we circle around the valley. But I got my eyes open for one more group coming up ahead of us. This time, I'm going to be watching the field on the right-hand side here to see if I might be able to spot them. And it looks like I'm going to have to keep rolling a little further ahead to get a good look at them, if they are going to be in the spot where we can see.
That's funny, Webb.
And unfortunately,
Hyenas are
they
scary.
are not. So, yeah, we just got more to watch as we keep going ahead of us here. Sorry about that. But don't worry, because as we keep moving,
Thank
we're
you,
actually going
Andre.
to leave the savannah for just a little bit
This is
here,
a very
and
beautiful
now
park.
head into the forests and wetlands.
Wait,